Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to speak about how you can protect yourself while you're supporting someone that you love and care about emotionally. Now, why is it important to be able to protect yourself? Well, there's multiple reasons, but first of all, then you don't leave feeling heavy, drained, triggered, overwhelmed, upset. You're better for them because you're actually present at that time and listening to them rather than going through all the things that are upsetting you in your own mind. And third of all, you learn how to protect yourself in a time where you might have to consistently be a support for someone over a period of time. And this is where you can build some resilience for yourself. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about today is the difference between sympathy and empathy. Now, empathy is when you are actually putting yourself right into someone else's shoes. You're feeling those feelings. When they're telling you the story, you're really taking everything on board and into your body. And that can be quite draining and very heavy for people. It can also be really triggering, and a person can have an emotional reaction. And therefore, the person you might be supporting may then need to start supporting you at the time. So it's not really useful for you or the person. So the aim is to actually look at it in a more sympathetic way. With being sympathetic, you have a little bit of emotional distance. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't physically be touching them, holding their hand, or put a hand around them, an arm around them. But what it means is you have a little bit of, you're being objective at the time and still understanding and being there for them. So how do we do that? First of all, if you're an empath or somebody who really struggles with keeping some emotional distance, imagine a golden shield around you. And when those old feelings come out, which may have triggered you, just imagine that they're bouncing off the shield. Or if someone is sharing their story, rather than your mind thinking, me too, or this is what happened to me, quieten that down and just be present for them. Okay? Now, what happens if you're the kind of person that actually has taken it on board? It's already heavy, it's already something that you're carrying. The first thing you can do is, if you have a bath at home, put some Epsom salts and soak in there for 10 minutes. That's a good way to get rid of the negative energy. Go for a beach swim. You can go and sit under a tree and sit on the ground in nature for a while. There are multiple things you can do, but a lot of movement, shaking, like running or jumping, will also help you and just disperse some of that energy. Try to practice protecting yourself and looking at things objectively. Now, you are better for people when you're not crying necessarily with them or saying, I really understand this happened to me too. If you want to share a story with somebody that's been through something similar, talk about it later. The first time is not the time to share your pains and tribulations. It's a time to just be there and listen. And finally, the thing that some of my clients say to me is, I don't know if I said the right thing, or I don't know what to say. So what I would suggest is, don't say anything. If you don't need, you don't actually need to say anything. It's just somebody appreciating you being there at that time, sharing your energy with them, giving them your support, and just being there is really helpful. And if you do say the wrong thing, don't worry about it. Just leave it be. Okay? I think they would just appreciate that you were there for them. So, put the golden shield around you. Practice being sympathetic, not empathetic. If you have a lot of heavy feelings in your body, have a bath, or with Epsom salts, go for a run, sit in nature, or go for a beach swim. And don't worry about saying the right things or the wrong things. Just be there and support your friend. I hope this was useful today.